I'm Alex Monteith, and I'm an Auckland-based artist, and we're here at the School of Fine Arts where I lecture. And I lecture in kind of the time arts. Yeah. I'd probably see myself as a project dependent type of artist, so I slightly change the medium approach, like whether it be performance or through video, a kind of video installation project or site-specific work. So it depends on the project, the way that I make the work. If there was a kind of common thread in the current ones, it would be to do with kind of cultures of activity, that maybe high-speed culture and sort of adrenaline culture as well. I have also had a really large strand in the practice that was politically orientated and looked at kind of defence frameworks and in Northern Ireland and in the New Zealand context. But so it's got kind of two parts. That's what I'm doing. But the artwork that's in the Walters is kind of in a way a little bit of a naughty artwork. What's in the gallery are two video projections with an audio component, but the performance was two motorcyclists simultaneously lane splitting the northern motorway in gridlock traffic, and the idea was to make it a completely linear artwork. So the artwork would begin when the on-ramp started and the bikes are lane splitting, or we call it lane splitting or filtering, which is when the bikes run between rows of queued traffic, and the traffic can be moving or stationary, and how illegal or semi-illegal or legally you do it depends on how it's done, and there's some very precise rules that govern that. But we anonymously suited up two riders, the ideas of which I can only speculate at this point, but and we taped over the number plate, and so that it could be kind of so that the video footage wouldn't have the number plate of the front rider. And the front rider is a Ducati 996 is the bike, and the rear rider is a G6R 600. So they're nice quick bikes. Ducati has a lovely engine note as well, and there's a camera on the front bike facing rearward, so that you can see the front facade of the rear rider, and then the rear rider has a front facing camera. They're bullet cams so that you can go quickly and not worry about vibration. And the artwork is extremely symmetrical looking, because you see the cars that the front rider is passing as they go behind that rider, and then the one that's in the back, it's the front view. So it's kind of got a constant bike presence, and they just get a little bit further and closer together. It's a bit controversial in the biking community even to probably look at lane splitting as a cultural issue in that, because there's people who don't think that you should lane split at all. There's people that think you should lane split in certain terms or illegally. And then there's kind of completely punk riders that ignore everything and put themselves at risk and do it really, really quickly. One really famous motorcyclist in that regard is one called Ghost Rider. Yeah, and he's sort of souped up bikes and rides totally anonymously. Everybody who starts out riding at some point will have been commuting, and you have to make your own way and decide how far you want to go with that and how quickly you want to get to work. And when we showed it in Wellington, they just freaked out at how much gridlock we have in Auckland. And I did research initially to try and find out if Auckland was gridlock, sort of the northern and the southern combined. I think it's one of the longest gridlock or blocked up roads anywhere in the world, because Auckland is the greater area of Auckland is something like 100k. Wow. So it's quite. I was kind of looking at the dimensions of Auckland and seeing if I could create one of the longest lane splits in the world. Unfortunately, the events that cause that amount of traffic jam are public holidays and accidents, so we're still just thinking about that one.